professionals, we make mistakes, particularly mistakes in our business. Yeah, we got the teaching training part figured out, but when it comes to running a successful business, that's where the mistakes are piling in. So what I bring to you all is, yes, my own experiences as a professional, but I've talked to tons and tons of current professionals across the industry who have been in the business for 1 year to probably 50 or more years, and bringing in all those stories to help you and to give you information that you need to know. So here we go. In today's video, we're going to talk about 4 mistakes equine businesses often do and how you can fix them or avoid them if you haven't quite started your business yet. So first mistake, professionals sometimes are just a little lenient, a little nice about last minute lesson cancellations. You know, mom calls up, hey, Susie's had a super busy week at school, you know, field hockey, cheerleading, science club. Yeah, we're just not gonna be able to make it to tonight's lesson. Okay, no, here's how you're gonna fix that. You are going to have a 24-hour lesson cancellation policy. Super simple. Things in life come up, but if it's within 24 hours, they owe you that lesson fee. That is not on you. You have time reserved in your day. That slot is for them. And if they're not there, that is money that you were counting on that you're not getting. So you need to protect yourself from that in a professional way, and it's super easy to do. You can have that onboarding document when that client first signs on to work with you that says all types of things: how to best reach you, what your services cost, and your cancellation policy with lessons. That'll make sure that your time is respected and that you don't have those unnecessary, trust me, it takes care of a lot of issues with this, unnecessary last minute lesson cancellations for real no good reason. A second mistake that horse businesses do, and horse professionals specifically, is not respecting their own time. We've all heard this before, that time is money. And as a professional, you're being pulled in so many different directions with your horses, your clients, horses in training, all of that every conversation, every moment of your day, you need to be thinking about valuing your own time. So, okay, let's get back to our lesson example. Let's say Stephanie comes walking into the lesson 10 minutes late. Oftentimes what professionals do is say, oh, it's okay. And they give them that full half hour, 45-minute lesson. They get a little backed up in their schedule, lesson schedule, but it's fine. But what happens is that student doesn't really learn to respect your time. This is where you have to teach the humans, which can be harder at times than the horses. So let's say that student walks in that lesson 10 minutes late. Fine, despite you reminding them that you want them there 10 minutes early so that they're walking around and warming up. But if, let's say their lesson was from 2 to 2:45, you end right at 2:45, and they soon realize that they're actually missing quality time that they have paid for. And soon enough, you will find that people are valuing your time and showing up. Meanwhile, you try to always stay on time as well. That oftentimes you're reflecting that culture of your time is being valued, and you're showing that from your side too. Number 3, most horse businesses are not getting paid on time. They know they'll probably get paid, right, for board or showing expenses or lessons or this and that, but it's not coming right away. And it does put a little stress and anxiety on the business. I mean, here's the thing, even if you know that client's probably going to pay you, you could have a major cash flow issue because meanwhile, the farrier still needs to be paid that month. You need to order shavings and feed. By the way, the tractor just broke and you're practically acting like a bank. You maybe even paid show entry fees for your clients and you're still waiting to get paid. Figure out, this is how you're gonna fix it. Figure out how to get paid upfront for things and how to make it easy for people to pay you. So classic example, if you're doing lessons and have regular lesson students, you're going to have a package where they're paying that whole month up front or even that whole semester up front. However you want to structure that, get them paying up front. Meanwhile, remember that it's kind of painful as a consumer to pay with cash. There's a lot of studies that show that people who pay with cash feel that they're spending more money. Get people linked in with Venmo, PayPal, credit cards. For example, if you run a boarding facility, make sure that that board is connected and automatic deduction from their bank account. Like, just make it really streamlined so that you're getting paid on time. And that's going to save you so much sanity. And also people are just so busy. Like, just make it super, super easy for them to pay you. And it is, trust me, wonderful on both ends. And then the last thing I'm going to cover, and this is something that I at times have really struggled with, but I think I figured this out. And many professionals and my co-professionals are continuing to struggle with this. They are on their phones or texting or WhatsApping or whatever, Facebook Messenger, all the time. They feel like at the end of the day that they just have like 10 messages to respond to or more. Meanwhile, that throughout the whole day, they were trying the best they can to keep up. And it just gets really overwhelming. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, they want to come home and relax and eat dinner, maybe with their spouse or whatever. And they're spending an hour or two just looking at their phone, responding to messages and this and that and that. It just becomes a burden, and it can really weigh down on yourself individually as a professional. So here's what you can do to fix it. Teach your clients, the people that interact with you the most, or boarders, how to best interact with you. Do you prefer email? Do you prefer phone calling? Do you prefer text? When? What time of day? Maybe it's just taking a little pressure off yourself and letting them know that unless it's an emergency, it's going to take it could take half a day or a day to get back to you if it's a non-emergency. But just being very clear, again, that's something you can put on your onboarding document. And then you have to respect, if you set those boundaries, you respect them. So for me, I oftentimes do not respond to anyone in the morning. Of course, if it's an emergency, that's a different story, or show morning or whatever. But if it's just scheduling or this or that, mornings, I need a clear headspace. I have my priorities in the morning. I will get to them in the afternoon or evening, and they know that. But if I start responding to people in the morning, they're going to expect that. So you have to respect your own boundaries as well. So you make it clear, and then respect them as well. And that saves so much time, money, and sanity. So with this, I hope you have some great takeaways of one, if you're experiencing some of these mistakes in your business, or you might in your future business, you are not alone, but now have a couple tools to go ahead and address those challenges. If we have not met before, I'm Dr. Emily Irving Cordera, the founder of the Rising Equestrian Pro, which is all about helping you prepare for your pro career and helping you find and keep success once you are there. If you have not already, check out the link below. I have the 7-day roadmap to pro, which is a free video series all about helping you prepare for pro, or even if you are a current professional, might be interesting for helping you reflect and take a look at your own business and your own growth within your business. So take a look at that below. If you have any questions about today, or maybe finding yourself in the downward spiral of some of the mistakes that we've talked about today, reach out to me and I can help you talk through that. So you can either write a comment below or send me an email at emily@risingequestrianpro.com, and I would love to hear from you. See you later.